At 13 months, if we sat Peter on the floor, he could sit there with no support for up to 3 minutes. He started to sing. His neck and back muscles started getting stronger, and it was the first time I had ever seen his spine straight. He started to hold his shoulders and head up during tummy time. At 14 months, Peter started using both hands and crossing midline. We didn't realize it right away, but this was around the time he started using his own sign to say I love you. And his biggest milestone? We heard him laugh for the first time ever. At 15 months, he could stay in a seated position without using his arms. This was the first time he ever sat in a real chair. His legs started to get stronger and he started bouncing for the first time. At 16 months, he was still learning the meaning of yes and no, but this was the month he started shaking and nodding his head. At 17 months, he started working more with occupational therapy and his fine motor skills skyrocketed. The biggest milestone that month was when he reached up for the very first time when he wanted me to pick him up. At 18 months old, he could sit straight up in his stroller. It was the first time he made it through a whole shopping trip without needing to lay down. At 19 months old, he developed socially an insane amount.
Peter.
He started noticing himself in mirrors and in cameras. This is when he wanted to be part of every conversation.
Einstein figured out the theory of relativity, right, Petey? Is that right? Oh, okay. Are you a smart boy? Yeah, you are.
This is when his sense of humor really started to come out. When he was 20 months old, he started trying to swing himself.
Yeah, I see. You are swinging your feet. Huh?
This was when he went to his very first intensive therapy program. He went to a place called Now I Can, and he gained so much strength. He started being able to hold a kneeling position while playing with toys, and it was the first time he really started putting weight on his feet. He continued the program and was able to hold a quadruped with the smallest amount of support. This was when he learned the sign for more, and he actually understood when to use it. One of the most emotional moments for us was when he rolled over for the first time ever with no help.
Buddy.
With vision therapy, his vision just kept getting better, and we noticed that he could see all the way across the room. We started leaning him against the couch, and he could stay standing for up to a minute. At 23 months old, with help from his seating specialist and therapist, he was able to try an electric wheelchair for the first time. Unfortunately, this is when he got really sick with his second case of RSV. So although he didn't gain a ton of new skills that month, when he recovered, he surprised us with a huge milestone just before his second birthday. If we helped him get on hands and knees, he could hold it all by himself. Check back tomorrow to see all the milestones that he hits as a 2-year-old.